Tonight, COVID cases soar to new heights with 20 cases recorded on Thursday. Massey Stores confirms its staff have been affected by the COVID-19 virus. And an oil spill causes mayhem along the Castries-Grosley Highway. The details of these stories and much more are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Thursday, the 19th of November, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. The island's COVID-19 count has surpassed 200 cases. On Thursday, the Ministry of Health received confirmation of 20 new cases, bringing the island's total COVID-19 count so far to 203. Nisha Charles begins our reporting.
Of the 20 cases recorded on Thursday, 10 of these are non-nationals. According to the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar George, 2 of the cases are visitors to St. Lucia who arrived on Monday, November 16. Case number 186 is a 28-year-old female, and case number 187 is a 27-year-old male.
On arrival, they went through the established screening processes, and based on the fact that they did not have the approved test, they were required to undergo COVID-19 testing in country. They proceeded to a COVID-19 approved accommodation where they were placed in quarantine pending their results. The individuals are now being placed in isolation. The Ministry of Health has commenced contact tracing as per protocol.
8 of the cases were part of an 11-member crew who arrived on November 15 via a cargo vessel.
After reports of respiratory illness among some of the crew members, they were all assessed and tested for COVID-19 and were placed in quarantine on the vessel. The Ministry of Health received confirmation that 8 of the crew members have tested positive for COVID-19. These are cases number 185, number 187, number 188, number 189, number 192, number 195, number 197, and number 202. These individuals are currently in isolation and receiving care.
Of the 10 local cases recorded on Thursday, 5 are from Castries, 3 from Grosley, 1 from Micoud, and 1 from Barbano.
Case number 184 is an 18-year-old female from the Castries district. Case number 191 is a 32-year-old female from the Castries district. Case number 193 is a 48-year-old male from the Castries district. Case number 194 is a 47-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 196 is a 20-year-old male from the Castries district. Case number 198 is a 50-year-old female from the Micoud district. Case number 199 is a 34-year-old female from the Grosley district. Case number 200 is a 47-year-old female from the Grosley district. Case number 201 is an 18-year-old female from the Castries district. Case number 203 is a 27-year-old female from the Barbano district.
All of these individuals, after being assessed and tested for COVID-19, were placed in quarantine by health practitioners while awaiting their test results. 5 of them were identified through the contact tracing process, and an epidemiological link has been established for these 5 cases. Investigations are ongoing to determine the existence of any additional epidemiological link associated with these cases. As per protocol, arrangements have been made to place these individuals into care. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
Massey Stores has confirmed via press statement that the company has been affected by the COVID-19 virus. Those affected are currently in isolation and, from all indications, doing well, undergoing care. To maintain the privacy of its staff, no further details on their personal identity were disclosed. Through the contact tracing process, a list of all people who may have had direct contact with the individuals has been identified, and they have been contacted by the Ministry of Health. Individuals who have been identified as close contacts have been tested and quarantined as required. The location where the individuals operate has undergone several deep cleaning sessions with very specific focus on areas of high touch that should be special focus on high-touch areas, inclusive of offices. Working closely with the Ministry of Health's protocols, Massey Stores is monitoring the situation very closely to ensure that all business operations across locations can continue to operate safely to serve customers. In that regard, some additional equipment has already been purchased to enhance the sanitation practices at all locations. Massey Stores says once the staff members have been cleared by the Ministry of Health, every effort will be made to ensure their reintegration, as affected team members will not be stigmatized or discriminated against. In other news, Wasco is addressing the issue of a damaged sewer line and responding to the irate Grosley family who demanded immediate action and compensation for the impact on their business and their son's health. Wasco says action has been taken to rectify the situation. Genevieve Gonzague reports.
On Wednesday morning, an incensed Bill Graves was at the offices of the Water and Sewage Company Wasco with his even more furious spouse and their daughter, voicing their frustrations and demanding to be heard and compensated due to the problematic issue of sewage pumping into his yard and near his business. Wasco Communications Manager Sherry Ann Gilead Williams says Wasco was alerted about the damaged sewer line 3 days ago.
And that line services the entire north of the island from the marina upwards. So it would mean that every single household, every hotel, every business establishment in the north of the island would have been connected to that line. A plan was immediately put into motion to conduct the repairs, but then upon realizing the nature of the job and what needed to be done, the technicians embarked on turning off the pump at the sewer station, and they mobilized a sewer truck that would have been collecting all of the sewage from the hotels, and some of our larger customers, of course.
According to Williams, the technicians stabilized the sewer line and a cleanup was undertaken around the town of Grosley. The irate resident, Bill Graves, told Hot 7 TV News that he had been to the utility company repeatedly hoping to have the problem solved. However, this was all in vain. Williams says repairs will be completed by the end of Thursday, 19th November.
It has been brought to our attention that there was a resident from the town of Grosley who came into our offices yesterday to make a complaint about the sewer that was leaking onto his property and whatnot, and the health implications that it had on his family and the implications on his business as well. We did some investigations to find out, and we did find out that this individual was not the only person being affected, but because of the swift action by the technicians in terms of stabilizing the fault and cleaning up the neighborhood or the properties where the sewer had leaked into, we know that the situation is now under control.
Wasco says roads in the Grosley area were closed to facilitate the repair of the fault on the sewer line. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Stay with us. Still to come, mayhem on the Castries Grosley Highway due to an oil spill. The Tourism Authority says it has made certain no one comes into the country with forged COVID-19 test results. And fishermen react to news of government financial support, saying more can and should be done.